Jagshi theory of everything. The code behind everything. What if the universe is merely a grand equation, a symphonic ballet of particles and forces dancing to the silent music of a single overarching theory? The quest for a theory of everything, TOE, stimulates our minds, inviting us to ponder the essential questions of existence. But here's the catch. This elusive theory eludes certainty, mocking our yearning for understanding. What if all we perceive is a mirage? The illusion of separateness is just that, a trick. The seed of discomfort transforms into awareness as we realize that the universe might be one unified entity, governed by a profound simplicity cloaked in complexity. From quarks to quasars, the universe weaves its narrative, connecting each thread. The search for unity often spirals into paradox. If everything can be reduced to one equation, where does that leave the unique experience of life? Our individuality, our joys and sorrows, seem to dissolve into sheer calculation. Perhaps the meaning we cling to is merely a tempting riddle. What if this mathematical code isn't bound by human comprehension? Imagine staring at an infinite canvas. An artist flails with brush in hand while remaining blind to the larger masterpiece. The TOE stands as this ultimate canvas, hinting that we're caught in constant interpretation. With every revealed truth, the previous shadows are cast deeper, expanding the void of unknowns. Consider the physicist Max Planck's words. Science cannot solve the ultimate mystery of nature. A fracture lies in the dialogue between our yearning for answers and the reality of existence. This paradox chimes in our ears, echoing through time. Yet, we hold on, navigating the undulating waves of uncertainty. Each breakthrough, each revelation amplifies our awareness while simultaneously illuminating yet more mysteries. Do we embrace this relentless pursuit? Or do we relinquish control to the rhythm of cosmic chaos? Ultimately, we confront a shocking truth. The more we know, the less we understand. Each theorem gives birth to 10 new questions. The void of indeterminate existence expands with our knowledge. The fractal nature of understanding leaves us closer yet further away from grasping the universe's enigma. So, we sit with this. Can the quest for a theory of everything become our shared narrative without reducing existence to mere figures? Reflect on this, as stars inexplicably twinkle beyond comprehension, and the fabric of reality pulses in silence. And the void stares back. Fractal Universe. Patterns without end. What if everything we see is merely a fragment of a much larger picture? The tumultuous beauty of the fractal universe reveals itself in its unwavering patterns. Self-similarity echoing across dimensions, in every scale, in every iteration. It shocks us into realizing that chaos may be deeper than order. The patterns spiral, intricate and infinite. Each leaf on a tree, each cloud drifting above, contains the echoes of the universe itself. But here's the catch. The more we delve into these repetitions, the further we drift from understanding their origin. Are these designs a reflection of our own minds seeking meaning? Or mere coincidences whispering the secrets of chaos, forever teasing our comprehension? Consider how nature weaves these tapestries seamlessly. The coastline jagged against the ocean, the mountain ranges inscribed by time. Fractals exist in every corner, echoing the cosmos. The mathematician Benoit Mandelbrot once proclaimed, "The man who can see the fractal is the man who can see the entire landscape." But with each breathtaking vista, we must confront our limitations. If we dare to dream of infinite patterns, we must also wrestle with the paradox. Have we lost clarity amid the repetition? The deeper we dig, the more we uncover, yet these veins pulse with more questions than answers. What if the universe itself is a reflection of our own psyche? Each twist and curve, a psychological motif that climbs higher and deeper, beckoning us to explore what lies beyond our perception. In this kaleidoscope of existence, our identities swirl. Are we mountains, rivers, or the very patterns that bind them? We delve deep, trying to comprehend our place in this fractal universe, a mirror that reminds us of the familiar, the known, yet tinged with a shimmer of the unknown. In this recursion, clarity can at once illuminate and obscure. It forces us to ask, are we navigating the patterns, or are we simply echoes trying to find our way back? So, we sit with this. Does the fractal nature of the universe inspire awe, or does it amplify our confusion? Reflect on the spirals around you, those endless designs, and the weight of existence nestled in the beauty of repetition, and the void stares back. Emergence of consciousness. When matter dreams. What if consciousness is an illusion crafted by the universe itself? The emergence of consciousness raises profound questions that spiral endlessly into the abyss. Reality morphs. The mind awakens from the silence of matter, birthing dreams from a seemingly desolate void. But here's the catch. What is life without awareness? If consciousness is merely the culmination of biochemical transactions, where does that leave our experiences? The love, the longing, the sheer weight of our existence. Each pulse is a fleeting echo, reverberating through time and space, coiling back into the primordial soup from which we arise. Consider the historical context. Descartes in his musings proclaimed, "I think, therefore I am." Yet, the more we dissect consciousness, the more elusive it becomes, like chasing shadows in a dimly lit hall. What if existence is a biophysical explanation, a facade we cling to, defy the abyss? Each defining moment, we seek connection, purpose, meaning. Intricate relations with beings who may be nothing but reflections. Watch as the neurons ignite, the synapses dance. What emerges from this marvelous structure? Some claim it's a fantasy. Philosopher Thomas Nagel questioned, what is it like to be a bat? What we know is so intimately twisted with what we cannot know, our consciousness. It fractures, revealing layers beyond simple perception, an endless tapestry woven from biological threads. Yet still, consciousness cannot be pinned down to mere computation. As we peer further, the contradiction slithers closer. If we are mere assembly of particles, how can we touch the weight of existence, grieve for loss, love fiercely in fleeting moments? The solace lies in our shared humanity, our ache, our joy, the fabric of our being sewn from fleeting thoughts, mirroring the universe. So we pose our lingering questions. Is consciousness the pinnacle of existence, or a trick played by matter itself? Are we mere puppets, dancing through patterns we do not comprehend? Each thought we cultivate is but a whisper, echoing into the dark. Sit with this notion. Does our awareness hint at a deeper mystery, or does it entrap us within the walls of our minds? Reflect as the stars ignite above, and the vastness of space mirrors the labyrinth of our consciousness, and the void stares back. Before mind as internal simulator. The first virtual reality. What if your mind is the ultimate simulation? Conjuring reality from fragments of perception, the mind creates a virtual stage where we act out our lives. Each thought, an intricate construct, each feeling, an algorithm written in the silence of neural connections. What does it mean to live in this effervescent illusion, dancing with realities we cannot touch? But here's the catch. What separates the simulated from the real? As we slip into the depths of this mental labyrinth, we're haunted by the echoes of uncertainty. Our senses weave a tapestry of existence. Yet what if what we see is merely a mirage? We grasp, we touch, we feel, yet the veil remains. Perception colors our reality in shades of illusions. Consider the psychological phenomenon known as the rubber hand illusion. In this fascinating study, participants felt sensations in a rubber hand when they saw it being touched. In this dissonance lies a chilling insight. Our minds can be tricked. What if this virtual reality, pulsating within us, shapes the very essence of who we are? If the mind is indeed a simulator, it begs the question, what happens when our constructs collide with the external world? Perception morphs, flashing like digital pixels, interweaving memory and imagination. The line blurs, leaving us in a constant oscillation between the illusion of certainty and the entropic pull of doubt. What if our identities are mere projections, evolving within an ever-shifting landscape? As the holographic existence reflects back at us, we face the terminal paradox of awareness. The more we engage with this internal simulation, the more liberated or confined we become, spiraling into an abyss of choice and consequence. So, we ponder, is this internal simulation the domicile of truth or merely a theatre of the absurd? Is consciousness the creator or the creation? Open your mind, unravel the enigma. Every thought reverberates through the linked network of existence. Sit with this complexity. As the lines of reality blend within the confines of perception, does your heart lead the way, or is it merely a programmed function? Reflect upon the pulsating energies around you. Explore this internal reality of yours as the cosmos potentially simmers within, and the void stares back. Cosmic inflation instability. The universe that could burst. In the vastness of existence, nestled within the fabric of reality itself, lies a notion both terrifying and thrilling. Cosmic inflation instability. What if the universe, this grand tapestry of galaxies and stars, is merely a bubble poised to burst? One might wonder, are we swimming in a cosmic sea that can, at any moment, erupt into chaos? Imagine a balloon, expanding, each breath of air filled with potential, but one sharp pinprick can lead to implosion. The universe, in its inflationary phase, clings to the delicate balance of forces. But here's the catch. This very expansion, the primordial chaos that birthed the cosmos, holds the seeds of its own undoing. What lies beyond this fragile boundary? The question spirals into the abyss. We've built entire civilizations attempting to grasp the cosmos, yet at the center of it lay ambiguity. It appears that the stability we perceive is but an illusion, thinly veiled by the cosmic laws we yearn to comprehend. The asymmetries inherent in particle physics whisper of a world that could change dramatically with the slightest fluctuation. Think of the cosmic inflation theory suggested by Alan Guth in the early 80s, proposing that an exponentially rapid expansion crafted the universe as we know it. But what if that expansion is inherently unstable? And yet, in this uncertainty lies a blinding truth. We exist not in a realm of finality, but in perpetual tension between chaos and order. Our very existence is a flickering flame, alive amidst the volatility of space-time. We are fragile creations, born of a cosmos that is as unpredictable as it is expansive. What does it mean to live in such a universe? Are we mere passengers on a celestial raft that may one day descend into the abyss? Understanding our transient existence may illuminate the darkness. That realization could bind us with the stars, reminding us that the very act of observation alters reality. As we traverse this intricate web of existence, the thought remains, maybe the universe's fate is intertwined with our own consciousness, each thought shaping not just our reality, but perhaps the universe. So sit with that notion, let it stir within. What if our existence is but one cosmic thread awaiting the tremors of inflation? And how weighty, then, is the task of existence when the universe can decide to burst at any moment, and the void stares back? Matter versus antimatter. The missing half of everything. In the play of existence, a symmetrical dance unfolds between matter and antimatter. Yet, a poignant paradox simmers. Why does our universe harbour an overwhelming abundance of matter, while its opposite, antimatter, remains elusive? In this dance, the missing half of everything beckons a troubling question. Could we be the spurious outcome of a cosmic oversight? Photon's embrace of its particle-antiparticle counterpart undermines the essence of our reality. Imagine a world where for every particle there exists its equivalent shadow, an invisible twin waiting to disrupt the balance. But here's the twist. Only matter reflects back to us from the grand mirror of the cosmos. Antimatter is conspicuous by its absence, reminiscent of a haunting melody with no notes to accompany. Despite theoretical elegance suggesting a universe born in symmetry, an anomaly disrupts the soothing cadence. Why do we exist, and why do our cosmic companions remain hidden? Within the heart of this mystery lies a glimmer of truth. The great physicist, Steven Weinberg, once suggested that the asymmetry is a clue to our purpose. Perhaps it's the result of tiny violations of symmetry in the early universe, a serendipitous quirk that allowed matter to emerge, basking in the light of creation, while rendering antimatter a phantom of potential. Picture a cosmic scale, delicately balanced. It seems so fragile, doesn't it? A slight shift could unravel the fabric, leaving us to ponder. What if our choices echo the primordial chaos that sculpted the universe? Could our very consciousness instigate a ripple in that balance? Perhaps in the shadows of understanding, we find the deepest labyrinth of creation. Yet, the question pervades. What if our sentience dances on the edge of this imbalance, forever seeking affirmation in a reality where its counterpoint is absent? We strive for connection, for meaning in this cosmos rife with silence. How often do we engage in our own internal battles, pitting conflicting desires and identities? As matter wades in warmth, the chill of antimatter remains tucked away, an unresolved enigma lingering on the periphery. So sit with that. Is it not beautiful and terrifying to ponder that the essence of existence may hinge upon a balance never fully realized? And the void stares back. Quantum observer effect. The act that changes reality. What if the very act of observation reshapes the cosmos itself? Within the quantum realm, the observer effect reveals a paradox wrapped in a shimmering veil, suggesting that our mere presence alters reality as it unfolds. This disquieting truth sparks the imagination. Are we, in essence, sculptors of existence? Picture an atom, a feeble puppet dancing on the strings of uncertainty, wavering in probabilities until an observer gazes upon it. Upon that gaze, the chaotic ballet collapses into a singular reality. But at what cost? The simple act of looking becomes both power and peril. It's as if the universe holds its breath, waiting for an eye to breach the silence. But here's the catch. That same observation births a cascade of questions. Are we passive bystanders in our reality, or is our consciousness a catalyst for creation? Physicist Niels Bohr asserted that particles manifest only when we observe them, suggesting that our perception is inextricably linked to reality's very fabric. An unsettling realization, indeed. In this dance of uncertainty, we traverse the thin line between possibility and finality. Our realities shift and mold under the burden of attention. Could it be that our fears and hopes, when observed, alter their course? The question lingers, haunting. Are we observers or creators? What lies at the heart of this enigma? Perhaps our consciousness is intertwined with the quanta of existence, and in our aspirations, we influence the cosmic balance. Each thought, every emotion, a ripple in the fabric of everything. This suggests we are far from spectators. We participate, we shape, we exist. So, let's sit with that. What might your gaze reveal today as you peer into the quivering heart of existence, and the void stares back? Wave function, collapse. The moment the universe decides. At the precipice of reality, a haunting truth resides. The wave function collapse, the moment where possibility flickers and crystallizes into existence. It echoes a profound paradox. What unfolds in that instantaneous decision? What if, in this very moment, the universe not only reveals its secrets, but also binds us into the narrative of itself? Envision a wave, a formless spread of potential, oscillating amidst the cosmic void. The possibilities dance in an elegant ballet, yet remain unformed until the fateful moment of observation ensnares them. It's as if reality playfully teeters on the edge of a knife, waiting for someone to behold it. And yet, what do we sacrifice in that very act? This notion teeters toward the uncanny. With every choice, colliding paths cascade into a tapestry, woven of both certainty and ambiguity. When we make a decision, the universe collapses into one of untold outcomes. We tread this fine line, oscillating between realities. Yet at the heart of choice lies the silent spectre of uncertainty. Professor Hugh Everett's many worlds interpretation suggests that with every collapse, each decision creates a new universe where every possibility continues. What does this suggest about our choices? Are we aware of the lives we leave behind with each selection? Such contemplation invites turmoil. Are we solitary wanderers in an infinite expanse of outcomes? Does our consciousness nestle within countless realms, shaping the universe as we know it, while simultaneously giving birth to myriad alternate lives? As we navigate our own fabric of reality, sobering thoughts linger. Each moment holds vast potentials, yet becomes confined by our choices, revealing an enigmatic labyrinth of fate. Sit with that lingering question today. When you make a choice, do you sense the universe holding its breath, waiting for your gaze to unravel the order within chaos? And the void stares back. Emotional brain plasticity. You are not the same, you are not the same you. This truth stirs a rippling discomfort, a silent alarm in the back of your mind. Each experience reshapes you, ripping apart and rebuilding synapses, weaving a new tapestry of identity. What if every moment alters your essence, renders you a stranger in your own skin? Who, then, are you really? But here's the catch. The brain, that intricate web, is a palimpsest of forgotten thoughts and evolved emotions. The neuroplasticity theory reveals a stunning reality. Our brains are not static entities, but fluid landscapes, shifting with every joy, every trauma. The cells within your head murmur. They change. They adapt. You carry the weight of your past in neurons, rewired by the gravity of experience itself. Imagine a sculptor chipping away at the marble. Each strike introduces not just form, but evolution, shaping not just a statue, but a new essence. That is you. Every moment encounters an emotional hue. Joy carves one way, sorrow another. Think of it. A child's laughter, a heartbreak's shadow, each brings forth a metamorphosis within your ever-morphing self. Yet the question remains, if we are in constant flux, who holds the core of our being? When a loved one recalls memories that tinge their smiles, is it truly you they remember, or an echo? Perhaps you recognize the bittersweet taste of nostalgia, yet the meanderings of time have crafted both nostalgia and displacement. In the fabric of your psyche, you are a kaleidoscope, changing shapes, always transforming. The illusion of stability blinds us. We crave permanence, yet each day is a sculptor's blow, creating a new rendition of the self. Your past is not a chain but flowing water, where each ripple signifies change rather than confinement. And yet, with every reform, what whispers back within the silence? Every thought reconfigures pathways to the heart. You may not notice the subtle shifts until one day you wake and question, is that truly me in the mirror? Or just a reflection of yesterday's self? Sit with this. Relinquish the urge to confine yourself to an unwavering identity. Embrace the truth that you are a beautiful composition of past and present, a dynamic flow that refuses to be boxed. And as you ponder the shifting sands of your being, remember, you are not the same you. Chut illusion of consciousness. The trick you can't escape. The trick you can't escape. Consciousness, the crown jewel of human experience, is an elaborate distraction, a magician's sleight of hand. What if everything you perceive is merely a vanishing act, a constructed illusion? You live in a theatre of your mind, the audience to a play without actors, a narrative crafted from your own yearning for coherence. And yet, if consciousness constitutes your reality, where does it begin and end? Think of the philosopher Daniel Dennett, whose musings echo through the halls of cognitive science. He posits that consciousness may not be a singular experience, but rather an intricate tapestry of narrative centers, stitched together by the mind's relentless pursuit of meaning. You are many selves, each vying for attention, each contending for the spotlight in this grand illusion. Look closely. The moment you doubt, there lies the spark of awareness. You sense it, don't you? A shifting uncertainty, drawing you toward the paradox of existence. It beckons you with questions. Are you the author of your thoughts, or merely a reader of a story written in the shadows of the subconscious? Your perceptions warp, bend, and curtail, erasing edges, blurring lines. Consciousness pulls you into its dance, leading you to believe, yet simply veiling the truth. But what of that haunting silence? The deeper you venture into self-inquiry, the more elusive the answers become. Are your memories as real as the moments you fancy to recall? Do emotions manifest from a genuine self? Or are they merely echoes, reflections in a funhouse mirror, twisting, distorting? Dare to pause. Observe as thought blurs into distraction, and a still voice emerges, whispering a truth buried underneath the noise. The illusion can neither define nor confine you. You are not your thoughts. They are but fragments cascading in the cosmic symphony, a rhythm of existence. Sit with this. Explore the fog of illusion, the depths of your being veiled from view. What remains when the curtain falls? And at the end of it all, who is the magician and who is the audience? Hemispheric Conflict. The war inside your head. The war inside your head. This struggle unfolds silently, a battlefield marked by shifting allegiances. Two hemispheres, each vying for dominance in the theatre of consciousness. Left versus right, a dichotomy so elegantly defined yet chaotically intertwined. What if the conflict is not merely a battle of brain regions, but a fundamental aspect of our nature? But here's the catch. The left hemisphere, with its analytic precision, whispers logic. The right, that wild dreamer, sings the song of intuition. They dance around each other, like opposing forces in an unseen conflict. Can one truly function without the other? Or are we destined to oscillate between order and chaos, certainty and creativity? Think of the ancient Greeks who celebrated the duality of the mind, logos and mythos. We've inherited this conflict, yet too often we attempt to silence one side for the sake of the other. The artist becomes mathematician, the scientist strives to feel. But what if the resolution lies not in suppression, but in harmony? Imagine engaging both sides as a duet, a symphonic blending of logic with imagination's hues. Each thought, each emotion, a response drawn from that inner war, creating nuances, vocalizing existence. When you feel joy, is it not echoed by a silent, analytical contemplation of that very happiness? When fear surges, does it not summon all rationality to coalesce and respond? And yet, is it possible to experience without the tension? To exist solely in peace, without the dance of conflict? How often do we label our feelings as distractions, denying the beauty found in divergence? Sit with this. The next time you observe your thoughts, consider them not as adversaries waging war, but but as old friends navigating a world of complexity. Both left and right hold secrets, unlocking the kaleidoscope of experience. Absorb each conflict, embrace each perspective. What remains when the notion of war dissolves? An untouched universe of duality, a spectrum waiting for you to explore. Holographic Universe. The 2D world you think is 3D. The 2D world you think is 3D. What if, behind the facade of reality, lies an intricate hologram, unfurling itself within the contours of perception? Space bends, depths dissolve. What is real if reality itself is a trick of light? But here's the catch. The holographic principle proposes that all the data within the universe's boundaries, including us, may reside not in the tangible fabric of three-dimensional space, but rather upon a cosmic boundary, a two-dimensional projection of reality itself. What we perceive as depth is merely the illusion we construct, an inescapable facet of our existence. Imagine the structures of a building, the walls we touch, the ceilings we gaze upon. They project a sense of permanence. Yet what if, beneath our very feet, the ground is a canvas, bright and flat? Our minds continuously translate this illusion into something we can understand, conferring depth upon the flatness of existence. Are we wrapped in intricacy or bound in simplicity? Yet the essence of human experience is not confined to mere illusion. Emotions illuminate the fabric woven within this hologram, granting it vibrancy, color, and life. Love spans dimensions, reaching far beyond the thin veils of perceived reality. Grief, too, thickens the air, leaving echoes that ring deep in our soul, transcending the cryptic sketch we call existence. And yet, with a world defined by projections, what escapes understanding? If you become aware of the illusion, do you step into freedom, or do you merely bow before a deeper, more profound riddle? Sit with this. Consider the truth that we shape our perceptions and create our meanings. Stripped of substance, we dance in the light of the holographic universe, perceiving, interpreting, and creating. What is the essence of a being who dwells in shadows and light? And so, in every shimmering possibility, you chase meaning across layers unbounded. Reality teeters on the edge of your understanding, and the void stares back. Entropy and the arrow of time. Why tomorrow feels different. Every heartbeat ticks the clock closer to decay. The paradox of time unfolds before us. It marches inexorably in one direction. What if, instead of a linear procession, tomorrow wasn't just a continuation, but a transformation? The dread of entropy lurks in the shadows, quietly whispering that each moment, while moving forward, is also a dissolution of the past, a canvas painted with inevitability, darkening at the edges. Imagine a world where entropy isn't merely a law of physics, but a chilling truth of existence. We cling desperately to moments and memories, dust swept away by the relentless tide. Yet in this attempt to grasp time, we forget the essence of change. The very core of reality is a dance of particles, unraveling into chaos, as physicist Ludwig Boltzmann suggested. The universe expands, and we are mere whispers in its expanding breath. But here's the catch. What if time isn't as straightforward as it seems? What if, behind the clock's ticking, lies a fractal array of moments that echo through dimensions? There exists a mythic notion, one that suggests every second is a universe unto itself, crafting myriad nows. So, while we perceive time's arrow slipping forward, behind the veil is a swirling maelstrom of potentiality, a chasm where each choice reverberates through existence. In this infinite landscape, every tomorrow is a void filled with probabilities. Each thought, each action, becomes an atom of influence, pushing against the fabric of time, yet time itself remains indifferent. The past lingers, oh so stubbornly, as memory distorts and reshapes. Our recollections morph, the deeper shadows bending the light of recollection. Reconstructive memory elucidates our subjective temporal experience. The memories we think we possess slip into the realm of dreams. Here lies the sparkling jewel of awareness. Our capacity for reconstructive memory is not just a flaw in cognition, it is the essence of our humanity. Each recollection is an act of creation, a rewriting of our own existence. And yet, in its unfurling lies the truth of entropy. Every moment misremembered or twisted is a piece of us forever lost to the flow of time. What if time is, indeed, an illusion, navigated through the maze of subjective experience? With every breath, we surrender to the unyielding advance of entropy, summoning forth new versions of ourselves within an ever-expanding now. Coiled inside every second is a paradox, echoing back upon itself. Can we learn to embrace the chaos? Can we exist joyously amid the fluttering grasp of the irrational? Sit with this, uncertain, trembling, alive, at the heart of the fabric where every tomorrow fades into the cosmos, and the void stares back. Bas simulation hypothesis. Are you watching or being watched? What if reality is an elaborate illusion draped over our senses like silk over a mirror? The minds of today ponder, are we mere players in a digital theatre of the cosmos? The simulation hypothesis, first tugging at our minds in the digital chapters of the 21st century, distorts our fabric of truth, and yet it unveils deeper questions lurking within the software of existence itself. It isn't merely an idea, but a haunting truth. If we are in a simulation, is our consciousness any less real? Yet here's the kicker. We feel, we suffer, we cherish, as if every pixel holds the weight of being human. If this world, this existence, is coded, every heartbeat pulses with the promise of something akin to awareness, a spark within the algorithm that makes us believe in our own narratives. Imagine the implications, a multiverse of choices branching off from each decision, crafting a cosmic game of probability. How tantalizingly beautiful and utterly terrifying to think that everything around you is a calculated design. But within this framework lies an unsettling thought. Are we the observers or the observed? Who writes the script, and who dares to divine the patterns hidden within the noise of life? In this mental landscape, the philosopher Nick Bostrom posited a revolutionary idea. If we create simulations indistinguishable from reality, the likelihood of us being in a base reality diminishes. We could exist in a multitude of simulations, every us experiencing the game of life anew. But herein lies the jewel of insight. Our awareness, even if simulated, propels us into existential reflections that no mere code can encapsulate fully. But what if this digital dream we traverse burrows into our subconscious? Are our thoughts, desires, and fears simply responses to code, composing the essence of our being? Perhaps we wander relentlessly through our thoughts, like data through a dense web, both fixed and liberated in a digital dance. And yet, here lies the ultimate paradox. As we grapple with the illusion of this probable simulation, we also forge connections, stir emotions, and experience joys, an existence undeniably vibrant. We are at once players, watchers, and creators. Each time we contemplate the nature of our reality, we inch closer to the edge of understanding. Sit with this, the infinite possibilities that stretch beyond comprehension. The line blurring between watched and watcher begins to fade infinitely, and the void stares back. Quantum consciousness in microtubules. The quantum pulse within you. What if within the intricate web of our neurons lies a fantastical truth? That consciousness sparks not merely from biology, but from the strange depths of quantum physics. The audacity to consider that our thoughts and experiences could be mere shadow play of quantum interactions thunders through the landscape of the mind. We are the universe reflecting upon itself, and yet we stand, puzzling over the very act of awareness. enter the enigmatic world of microtubules, tiny structures residing within our cells, where the quantum dance occurs. The late physicist Roger Penrose proposed a theory that consciousness arises from these structures, suggesting that our internal awareness might stem from quantum coherence. Is it in this dance of particles that the fabric of our conscious self is woven? A realm where the laws of possibility twist and turn, unfurling realities as dreams. What if it's true, this pulse of existence giving life to our awareness fluctuates in a symphony of quantum states? But here lies the true catch. The implications are staggering. If we are indeed entangled beings, participants in an infinite web of interconnected consciousness, does personal identity dissolve into a sea of collective experience? Our emotional and conscious lives surge like waves upon the shore, mirroring the dissolution of certainty. With each quantum leap, our memories shift and sway, a construct in constant motion. What then does it mean to know oneself when we consider the fluid nature of consciousness? The jewel of insight glimmers here. Our consciousness, we assume, is singular, distinct. Yet in the grand cosmic dance, we are mere conduits of thought flowing through a vast ocean of awareness, intertwined, resonant, always shifting. Every new thought or emotion reverberates not only within us, but throughout the vastness of our collective consciousness. Yet as we touch upon this ethereal understanding, discomfort arises. Are we the masters of our minds, or mere phantoms of quantum interactions? Do our dreams drift away into the void, or flicker with the light of our very being? Sit with this uncertainty. Immerse yourself in the enchanting dance of possibility and chaos, and the void stares back. Reconstructive memory. The past that keeps changing. What if your memories aren't as steadfast as you believe? Picture this, the allure of nostalgia wrapped in uncertainty, every recollection an echo morphing with each thought. Memory, that sacred repository of experiences, slips through our fingers like sand, shaped not just by events, but colored by perception and emotion. Each replay, a reconstruction, ebbs and flows with the tide of time, truth and fabrication intertwined. Theoretical psychologist Elizabeth Loftus reveals a stunning truth. Our memories can be influenced, altered, even fabricated. Is memory a treasure chest of experiences, or merely a facsimile of reality? Just as a sculptor chisels away stone, we chip at our memories, refining them until they reflect not the past, but the version of it we prefer. How fragile, how incredibly human. What if memories are not static serfs, obediently serving our recall? Each time we revisit an event, we don a new lens, carving memory anew. It becomes a dance of recreation, a delightful illusion crafted as much by our minds as by the actual occurrence. Each interpretation reveals a deeper truth about ourselves. The layers of happiness, sorrow, and longing unveil the concept of who we are at our core. The jewel rests within this fluidity. Our identities are not just shaped by lived experiences, but by how we recollect them. Embracing the transformative nature of memory allows us to flourish amid chaos. Yet, therein lies an unsettling paradox. Can we trust the story told by ourselves? As memories blend and fray, we confront an existential void. Are we forever in flux, painted anew by the brush of our minds? Each memory we cherish could be a wisp, an ideal we've crafted that might not hold entirety in the light of truth. Sit with this discomforting realization, the past irreversibly reframed, slipping through the folds of our conscious grasp, and the void stares back. Time as illusion, the clock that lies. Imagine a world where time is not a silent flow, but an orchestrated deception. The clock ticks, and each second feels tethered to a reality we cannot escape. Yet, what if this pulse of existence is merely an illusion, an intricate construct of our perception? We cling to the division of past, present, and future. But what if they are mere shadows, reflections splintered by the light of consciousness? In the annals of science, philosophers and physicists echo the same haunting whisper: time, as we know it, may not exist. Albert Einstein, with his theory of relativity, revealed that our experience of time bends and sways with the curvature of space-time. An observer in motion may age more slowly than one at rest, twisting our inherent understanding of time into a paradox. What if the seconds that slip through our fingers are only figments of a collective agreement, a gallant charade played upon the stage of the cosmos? Yet, here lies the dissonance. For every moment we try to grasp, it eludes us, fluttering like a delicate moth. Our lives are stories stitched together by memory, each moment morphing into another, and yet there exists only the ever-changing now. Does the past haunt, or does it guide? Is the future a promise, or merely a mirage? The seed of discomfort lies within this unanswered question. What if the universe has no intrinsic rhythm? The ticking clock, our steadfast companion, serves as a false sentinel in a realm of perpetual change. Every second becomes a fragile loop, a relentless reminder that we are trapped within our own limited perception. In the chaos of discovery, we ponder: does time dictate our lives, or do we impose meaning upon its vast emptiness? This question proliferates like the branches of a fractal, looping back to confront us with the bewildering nature of our existence. Could it be that we are merely puppets dancing on the strings of probability, tethered to the past while leaping into an uncertain future? Moreover, think of the psychological implications. If time is an illusion, then what does that say about regret, anticipation, and our understanding of identity? Each moment we grasp defines our essence, but if those moments are mere constructs, are we not also floating, disembodied echoes of something deeper? So sit with this. When the clock rests silent, does life continue to unfold, or does it find itself within the infinite expanse of nothingness? And the void stares back. Panpsychism, the soul in every atom. What if every atom whispers secrets of consciousness? This radical notion unnerves the boundaries between self and universe, inviting us to reflect on despair and wonder. The embodiment of awareness extends beyond human experience, a haunting idea that the very fabric of existence is laced with sentience. Panpsychism posits that consciousness is not an exclusive trait of complex organisms, but a fundamental quality of all matter. In this view, each particle, each grain of sand, pulses with a flicker of awareness, an echo resonating in the vast emptiness of space. Imagine it: the rocks beneath us, the wind that grazes our skin, share in the collective awareness, the silent acknowledgement of being alive in this grand tapestry. But herein lies the paradox. If every atom possesses a fragment of soul, does that extend to all things? What does it mean to be conscious? Are we merely expressions of cosmic vibrations, puppets dancing to an ancient song sung by the universe? Consider the implications. If consciousness exists in every corner of existence, how do we reconcile our overwhelming sense of individuality with the knowledge that we are part of a greater whole? Does our separation from nature create discomfort, or does it define our connection? Philosophical echoes of panpsychism remind us of the great philosopher Baruch Spinoza, who suggested that God and nature are one. The universe becomes sacred, each organism a manifestation of divine essence. Could it be that our perception of separateness is a product of a mind formed by the illusion of time? As we delve deeper, another seed consumes our consciousness. What slows us down? The rift between scientific support and our emotional understanding of interconnectedness. Can we bridge it? Are we doomed to wander through life, blind to the vibrant awareness that surrounds us? The tension builds within our minds, challenging us to confront the profound nature of existence. And when we consider the relationships we form, are they not reflections of the collective consciousness? The moment we recognize our shared connection, we confront the depths of empathy and understanding, embracing the world with newfound perspective. Sit with this paradox. The soul in every atom beckons us closer, yet each step we take may lead us farther from the truth we seek. And the void stares back. Computational Universe. Reality as a calculation. What if reality is merely a complex computation, a grand algorithm orchestrating existence? The digital age invites us to reconsider the nature of what we perceive. Mathematics, stripped of its mundane exterior, conceals the codes defining our very being, embedding itself within the folds of the cosmos. In this framework, the universe unfolds as a vast calculation, a symphony of numbers and equations orchestrating the dance of particles, galaxies, and dreams. The ancient Greeks considered mathematics the language of the universe, and now, with advances in quantum physics, we find echoes of that notion reverberating louder than ever. Can it be that every thought, every action, is pre-coded in the very fabric of existence? Yet here comes the dissonance. As we unravel this enigma, we confront the question, are we the authors of our own choices, or merely cogs in an intricate machine? The paradox deepens when we consider the implications of free will. If all we experience stems from calculations beyond our understanding, do we exist to fulfill predetermined equations, or do we disrupt the prior states designed by the cosmos? In the arena of computational theory, the renowned scientist Stephen Wolfram proposed that intricate structures arise from simple computations. This insight serves as a compelling analogy for humanity. Perhaps our lives emulate a complex algorithm composed of the simplest choices and interactions, stepping stones leading to the vast complexity of consciousness. Yet this evokes unease. If our reality is computational, can we trust our perceptions? Are we merely users engaging with an elaborate simulation, hidden from the core of what it means to exist? The deeply embedded tension culminates in existential reflection, navigating through worlds we can neither fully grasp nor control. We return to this kernel of discomfort. Reality is a calculation. Each moment, a formula played upon the stage of existence, blurring the lines between creator and creation. As we ponder the essence of consciousness, we must also confront the shadows of our own thoughts, reflecting on the nature of choice and intention. So sit with this masterpiece of uncertainty. If calculations shape our universe, how do we embrace our role in it? And the void stares back. Emotional brain plasticity. You are not the same. You. Imagine you are not merely the sum of your memories. Each day, your brain rewrites itself, sculpting the narrative of your existence in real time. Emotional brain plasticity reveals a disconcerting truth. You are a continuous work in progress, fluid like water, reshaping your identity with each experience, each thought. The concept of neuroplasticity posits that our brain can reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. A poignant revelation lurks beneath the surface. Our emotions, the essence of our being, can shape our very neurobiology. What if every heartache, every joy, etches its mark deep within the architecture of our minds, altering who we are? Yet, here's the catch. Each transformation comes at a cost. If our emotional experiences define us, does that mean we are perpetually becoming someone new, a palimpsest of past selves? As the heart remembers and forgets, how do we reconcile the kaleidoscope of identity as it shifts? The snapshot of you is a mirage, fleeting, ephemeral. Each moment spent in anger remodels your neurons. Each tender embrace reshapes your very essence. Researchers like Richard Davidson have shown how emotional training can create lasting change in the brain, proving that we hold the power to redefine our realities. But within this reshaping lies a disquieting truth. In our quest for self-improvement, will we become strangers to ourselves? As we evolve, do we cherish the memories or curse their existence, lamenting the loss of a constant self? Pause for a moment. What role do memories play in your sense of belonging? To exist is to navigate this labyrinth of emotional complexity, and yet, this intricacy can foster profound connection with others. Each engagement catalyzes a reanimation of what's possible, constructing a bridge through the flames of discomfort. Sit with the ambiguous truth of this continuous rebirth. While transformation is woven into the very fabric of our existence, it can be both liberating and disorienting. Each experience, a thread in the tapestry of self, and the void stares back. The self-aware universe. The cosmos waking up. What if the cosmos is not merely a backdrop for our existence, but a conscious entity awakening to itself? The notion that the universe might possess self-awareness flips our understanding of reality on its head. Instead of being passive observers, what if we are participants in a grand dance of awareness, a dance in which the cosmos is both the stage and the performer? But here's the catch. If the universe is aware, what does that mean for our individuality? Are we simply fragments of a greater consciousness, echoing its thoughts and feelings? The seed of discomfort sprouts. We are not sovereign beings adrift. We are strands woven into an intricate tapestry of cosmic awareness. The implications stretch beyond mere philosophy. Cognitive science hints at interconnectedness. Michelangelo's Creation of Adam eloquently captures the moment in which divinity reaches out to humanity, an interplay of consciousness and awareness. What if every thought you have reverberates through the universe, tapping into its collective consciousness? The cosmos whispering, I am. Emergence becomes this profound concept. From chaos, patterns arise. When individual atoms form molecules, and those molecules yield life, we witness the universe's complexity unfold, layer by layer. What patterns lurk just beyond our perception? Yet, with each layer of understanding, a paradox unfolds. If the universe is conscious, does it experience suffering, joy, or ecstasy? Are the cosmic upheavals and serene interludes reflections of its inner life? The question lingers. Is our fate entwined with its? The implications of this self-aware universe challenge us, call us. We find ourselves in a cosmic mirror, grappling with the truths of existence. If we ascend to this perspective, we might grasp the gravity of our role. Are we beneath it all merely stardust, or are we each unique pathways through which the universe explores itself? And as we sit with this, the mind must contemplate, what does it mean to live within an awake cosmos? Do our thoughts coalesce with the universe's unfolding, adding to the symphony of existence? Perhaps we are not alone. Perhaps in the tapestry of cosmic awareness, every echo enlightens, every whisper deepens. And now, the loop draws tighter. Can the cosmos be sentient and indifferent? The void stares back. Multiverse. Every version of you exists. Imagine a reality where every choice unfolds into its own universe, a tapestry sprawling infinitely, featuring every version of you in every decision, configuration, and iteration. The multiverse beckons, a siren song of possibility and paradox. With each fleeting decision, a new reality ignites, the fabric of existence weaving itself anew in response to your choices. But here's the paradox. If every version of you exists, are you merely playing a role in an endless game of duplicity? The seed takes root. You are not singular, you are multiplicity incarnate. Each iteration inherits a piece of your essence, but also spirals away into divergent paths. What gives you substance then? Is identity mere illusion, a fleeting shadow cast by the conflux of realities? Quantum physics lends an ear to this radical idea. In the many worlds interpretation, every possible outcome occurs. When you choose to turn left or right at that intersection, countless versions of you experience both paths, each thriving in its own universe. Each version of you lives a life rich with unique experience, appreciation, and heartache, infinitely multiplied. Yet within this complexity lies deep existential discomfort. If every choice births another self, Does anything we do matter? The echoes of this question reverberate. Are we the sum of our parts, or are we merely echoes softly disappearing into the backdrop of infinity? The implication of a multiverse challenges our notions of significance and legacy. If every action reverberates through realms yet unseen, could we feel liberated by the weightlessness of existence? The ratio between possibility and realization twists in upon itself. The act of choosing becomes both monumental and irrelevant, a paradoxical dance of meaning. As you contemplate this, the thought grounds within you. You are every version of yourself, simultaneously flourishing and fading into universes unknown. Reality expands, unfurling like the petals of a vast cosmic flower. So, take this thought and cradle it. Could it be that in every universe you are searching for connection, meaning, or purpose? In the infinite realms of what if, in the myriad of I did and I didn't, we converge and diverge. And still, the universe stretches, mirroring your choices, reflecting truths and lies intertwined. What if you are more than singular, more than what you perceive? What echoes resonate in the grand multiverse? The void lingers, patiently waiting for answers. As order from chaos, emergence. When the pattern finds itself. What if from chaos springs order, an elegant dance where unpredictability metamorphoses into structure? The concept of emergence swirls through our understanding, a paradox steeped in wonder. It hints at a universe imbued with the power to transform disorder into breathtaking complexity. But here's the catch. Can chaos truly yield purpose? If growth arises from turmoil, what does that say about the nature of suffering and the trials we endure? The seed of discomfort is sown. Perhaps every challenge drives us towards shape and definition, forging identities amidst the fractal nature of existence. Consider physics. Systems generate patterns spontaneously, forming intricate designs from the most rudimentary elements. Snowflakes evolve from tiny water particles, each a masterpiece of geometric beauty, frozen poetry. How remarkable to think that beneath the surface chaos, beauty lies in wait, yearning for recognition. Yet in this beauty, we confront a disquieting notion. If chaos births order, are our lives preordained to evolve anew, regardless of our input? What role do we play in the grand scheme of existence? As we wrestle with this, the mind spins. Are we architects or marionettes, dancing on strings woven by the hands of chaos? History whispers tales of emergence too. Life on Earth evolved from simple chemicals, uniting into complex organisms that forge their paths. What a miracle to think that amidst vast stretches of void, life sparked, radiating purpose. And within this life, ordered complexity reveals itself. Everything emerges, assembled from the fragile threads of the chaotic. Yet, the loop remains unresolved. As complexity unfolds, do we lose part of ourselves in the process? Are our identity fragments scattered in the chaos? We find ourselves at the intersection of uncertainty and clarity. Can we embrace the chaos, recognizing it as a crucible for growth? What if every unraveling is an invitation for resonance, instructing us in the language of the universe? Sit with this. Reflect upon the nature of both chaos and clarity, the beautiful emergence weaving your existence together. And the void waits patiently, an unsuspected wellspring of potential. Quantum noise and free will. The randomness that sets you free. What if within the seeming randomness of quantum noise lies the very essence of your free will? Imagine a universe vibrating with subtle, unpredictable fluctuations. At the quantum level, particles appear and disappear, a frenetic ballet of uncertainty, which challenges our fundamental understandings of choice and agency. Yet here lies the paradox. If this randomness is essential to existence, Does it shape our decisions, stripping us of autonomy? The discomfort settles in. Are we merely puppets, dancing along the strings woven by chaos, ever at the mercy of the universe's whims? Quantum mechanics teaches us that uncertainty is not simply a flaw, it is the cornerstone of reality. Heisenberg's uncertainty principle reveals that we cannot know both the position and momentum of a particle with absolute accuracy. What if the very parameters that define our lives echo within that uncertainty? The beauty lies in the freedom it offers. Perhaps, in the dance of particles, in those random fluctuations, are countless potential paths awaiting your selection. In this context, each decision becomes laden with possibility and impossibility, an empowering paradox. Every choice you make resonates, rippling through dimensions, finding anchors in the sea of chaos. Yet, what if that very freedom paralyzes? The pressure of potential could suffocate. Imagine standing at a precipice, trying to decide which way to leap when the infinite multitude beckons. This dance of choice invites doubt. What if you choose wrong? But therein lies the thrill. Within quantum noise, life burgeons. Each misstep births deeper wisdom, leading us to heights previously unimagined. It is this randomness, this tapestry of flickering probabilities, that nurtures growth and evolution. What if you dared to embrace this chaos? What shifts within when you acknowledge that freedom resides in the balance of order and unpredictability? Could you find strength in potential uncertainty? As you ponder this, allow yourself to wander through the labyrinths of thought, embracing both the noise of possibility and the melody of choice. What if the randomness that seems to imprison is the very key that unlocks your liberation? And in that moment of reflection, the void gently stirs, waiting for you to take flight. Wave-particle duality. The thing that is two things. What if reality is a dance of paradox, a symphony of dual natures? Wave-particle duality doesn't just describe light. It suggests that everything we think we know is cloaked in contradictions. Two forms, one entity. How can something be both a wave and a particle? This is the heartbeat of existence, pulsing with tension. In quantum mechanics, light reveals itself through these two faces. When observed, it behaves as a particle, solid and individual. Yet, untethered from scrutiny, it surges forth as a wave, spreading infinitely, an ethereal whisper across the cosmos. But here's the catch. What is the cost of observation? Does the act of knowing collapse potential into the certitude of a single reality? And yet, is this certainty as comforting as it seems? We live, ensnared by perception, mistaking fleeting shadows for unyielding truths. The iconic double-slit experiment lays bare our existence's fragile fabric. Light traverses two paths simultaneously, only to succumb to a singular fate through the observer's choice. What if we too are merely waves waiting to collapse into particles of resolved identity? The observer alters the observed. The mind shapes what it encounters. A veil of choices, spinning us toward a paradox we cannot escape. Imagine the moment, the shift of absurdity into clarity. As the wave functions collapse, reality reorganizes itself. You stand upon the precipice of awareness, poised between infinite possibilities and the haunting weight of decision. What if our very comprehension strips the universe of its potentiality? Are we, insatiable in our quest for truth, nothing but a paradox in motion, blurring the boundaries of self? The echo of quantum mechanics penetrates our realities deeply, and unlike physical constructs, this duality gnaws at the hopes lodged within the soul. We grasp for certainty in a world woven from threads of uncertainty, a fragile tapestry that whispers of freedom even amidst confinement. The essence of our being split between knowing and not knowing. The clarity you seek sits intertwined with the jagged edges of ambiguity. So, what becomes of us in this tapestry? Maybe we are all reflections of light, shifting and changing in an intricate play of chance. Perhaps, in recognizing our dual natures, we can embrace the uncertainty that defines us. You are both wave and particle. Welcome to the theater of the cosmos. And the void stares back. Neural synchrony, minds that merge in silence. What if silence is a canvas of undulating thought, where minds meet and dance? Neural synchrony suggests we are never alone in our consciousness. Our brains hum, resonating in a shared harmony often overlooked. When two minds align, thoughts intertwine, projecting an intimate symphony, a unity shrouded in the illusion of individuality. Consider the moments when you felt an unspoken connection, an instinctual understanding, a glance exchanged across a crowded room, synchronized laughter in fragmented conversation. In these fleeting instances, your neural patterns synchronize as naturally as waves in the ocean. But what stirs beneath this silent surface? What if each union we form binds us deeper within a web of collective awareness, one that transcends our perceived separateness? Yet here lies the enigma. While we reach out for connection, we also sway perilously toward obliteration. Dualities arise as the mind grapples with the friction between independence and communion. You might feel a lonely echo undulating within a symphony, teasing you to remember the inherent connection you share with humanity as thoughts collide and merge in celestial silence. Neuroscientific studies suggest that groups can synchronize brainwaves, their neural rhythms intertwining, creating a chorus of collective consciousness. Our identities might fracture, the self dissolving into the harmony of many. But be wary, as the merging can come at a cost, a silence that mutes individuality, diluting the borders of what it means to be. What becomes of autonomy? Amidst the cacophony of syncopated neural rhythms, is there solace or confinement? Consider that too often, we yearn for community while fearing the loss of self. Yet, amid this chaos, a deeper understanding blossoms. A chance to grasp the shared human experience, to discover that within the folds of silence lies profound truth. And so, we must ponder, how do we navigate this nebulous dance? Can we court connection without surrendering our essence? As we tune into one another's rhythms, the veil of solitude thins, revealing unseen pathways toward coexistence. Together, let us traverse the shadows of silence, embracing the resonance that familiarizes our disparate souls. And the void stares back. Heisenberg, Uncertainty Principle. What you know destroys what you could know. What if the essence of truth is forever out of reach? The Heisenberg Uncertainty Principle posits that the more precisely you measure one aspect of a particle, the less you can know about another. This interplay of knowledge and limitation reframes our understanding. Every revelation births a shadow of ignorance. When we grapple with reality, seeking clarity in chaos, we forget. Understanding is a double-edged sword. Light reveals its truth in its own unwind. Time and simultaneity blur, unraveling the very fabric of what we declare to be real. But here's the catch. Every act of seeking constricts our perspective, dulled in the light of an infinite universe that refuses to be confined. What defines this push and pull of knowledge? Our existence teeters between knowing and unknowing. Perhaps this is the heart of existence, a perpetual pursuit, like chasing the horizon. Certainty crumbles into folly. Every assertion invites existential weight. The more we crave fact, the more we excavate the void lurking beneath each discovery. Maybe what we desire is not certainty, but the profound beauty of unresolved questions. Connection splinters as we cling to clarity. With every answer accepted, the ever-expanding play of possibilities quivers just out of reach. What if the depths of existence lie buried beneath our methodologies? There's a wildness to uncertainty, a liberation in allowing the mind's eye to drift longingly between potentialities rather than settling on singular truths. And soft within this chaos is hope. perhaps there is solace in our shared ignorance, a collective acknowledgement that we are all dancers in a cosmic ballet, spiraling in and out of perception. A reminder that infinite avenues await our exploration, whispering of truths yet unfathomed. So, as you move through the world, embrace the paradox of what you know and acknowledge what you cannot grasp. In this uncertainty lies the tapestry of your existence, rich with connections to be forged and mysteries to uncover. For within the folds of what eludes you, possibility thrives, and the void stares back. Deep time. The universe without us. What if time extended far beyond our mortal understanding? Deep time stretches across eons, a vast expanse that renders our lives trivial. We often measure existence in brief, flickering moments, yet the cosmos has spun its story for billions of years, indifferent to our fleeting narratives. Consider the enormity. Earth, a speck lost in the dark. Stars ignite and fade, entire galaxies collide, and in the wake of this celestial theatre, we are mere apparitions. But here lies the discomforting truth. What does it mean to exist within the confines of an existence that seems so transient in the face of eternity? The sheer weight of time looms over us, guiding our thoughts toward insignificance. But maybe this perspective can awaken something within us. What if our fragility invites a deeper appreciation of the present moment? We often dwell on yesterday's long past and tomorrow's yet to come, yet we forget the now is the only fragment we possess. With every heartbeat, we tap into a rhythm that mirrors the pulse of the universe itself, a reminder that within this profound emptiness, life unfolds. Yet how do we reconcile our finite lives with this infinite span? For we find ourselves trapped in paradox. The more we grasp for meaning in the vastness, the more we confront existential dread. And yet, maybe within this tension lies profound beauty, the chance to witness and create, to shape fleeting moments into legacies that echo through time, however small. As you journey through the mesh of existence, seek the balance between recognizing your ephemeral nature and the imprints you leave behind. Look to the stars, those ancient balls of gas, witnessing the whispers of time without judgment. You are simultaneously a fragment of this universe and its architect, dancing on the ropes of possibility. In the tapestry of deep time, maybe it's enough to simply exist, to breathe life into moments that connect us across the eons. Through the void of yesterday and the uncertainties of tomorrow lies our chance to embrace the present, to awaken the echoes of our brief but vivid lives with the consciousness that reverberates beyond the cosmos. And the void stares back. Gravity as emergent phenomenon. The force that isn't real. What if the very ground beneath our feet is merely an illusion? A phantom conjured by the dance of atoms. Gravity, fundamental yet abstract. A force that binds us and sets us adrift. How can something so essential be an emergent phenomenon? What if, instead of pulling us down, it lifts us into dimensions we have yet to explore? Consider the paradox. We cling to a world anchored by the weight of existence, only to discover that the anchor itself is a mirage. Newton mapped its paths, Einstein wove its tapestry, but the secret whispered in quantum corridors hints at gravity as the afterthought of a complex interplay of elements. Here lies the seed of discomfort. What does it mean to live in a world shaped by forces that tell tales of permanence, when, in truth, they emerge from fleeting interactions? But here's the catch. Everything we know is built upon the lens of perception. The stars, the earth, they tug at one another indeed. Yet, as they reach for each other, the underlying fabric of reality bends and alters. Is it a thread to be pulled or a web to be traversed? The notion of gravity may be less a law and more a suggestion, a consensus born from chaotic, swirling energies that settle into patterns. As we probe the depths of this emergent force, the question arises, are we not a testament to the very chaos we seek to organize? Every tiny action shimmers with consequence, sparking ripples across the cosmic sea. And in this embrace of uncertainty, The contours of our reality reveal layers we rarely acknowledge. The void dances, amused by our understanding. This emergent gravity is not simply what ties you to the earth, it is the unspoken contract of the universe. Every heartbeat, a reminder that you are tethered not just to the ground, but to the vast unknown. It quietly nudges us towards questions of autonomy and connection. Could independence hang in this delicate balance, swaying softly as matter intertwines with intention? And yet, as we float within the grasp of this emergent phenomenon, one cannot help but feel the profound sense of ephemerality. Gravity holds us while whispering of the illusion. We cling tightly, unaware that our solidity may be a trick of perception. What if release defined our dance with the cosmos? Sit with this. And who are we as we traverse this fragile reality, swearing allegiance to forces beyond our grasp? And the void stares back. Neural intuition. The logic beneath the feeling. If the mind were a theatre, intuition would be the quiet player performing beneath the spotlight of reason. What if our instincts, often dismissed as fleeting glimpses of truth, harbour the key to authentic understanding? To unravel the threads of cognition, one must ponder: is emotion merely a shadow cast by logic, or does it illuminate paths unknown? This paradox unveils a deep-rooted seed. Beneath the surface of our logical faculties lies a labyrinth of feelings guiding our decisions. In a world eager to confine the mind to the boundaries of rational discourse, intuition remains a wildflower, blooming in the cracks of structured thought. When we trust our gut, we plunge into the chaos of our neural networks, where logic bends and contorts in ways we dare not comprehend. But here's the catch. In the ongoing dialogue between feelings and facts, how do we discern the sacred from the superficial? Our brains, neuroplastic beings, are designed to evolve with experience. Each synapse forms like a bridge spanning the vast river of consciousness. The logic beneath the feeling is not an adversary, but a foretelling of richer pathways leading to insight. Yet in this dance of emotion, chaos often reigns. What if surrendering to instinct is the very embrace that opens our eyes to profound clarity? Here, the echoing question materializes. Do we dare trust the whispers of our inner worlds, knowing they fluctuate with the currents of time and experience? Can the flicker of a feeling guide us through dense forests of doubt? The collective wisdom within scopes of consciousness invites us to sync with our inner truths, to navigate the delicate currents we often overlook. And yet, amidst this burgeoning awareness, one can feel the undertow of uncertainty. What if the emotion we bestow upon our decisions transmutes the purity of logic into a haze of contradictions? Do we ultimately search for clarity within this confounding duality that governs human existence? Sit with this. As we weave our understanding of self through the tapestry of thought and feeling, which thread will we choose to follow into the unknown? And the void whispers softly. See stochastic resonance. Noise that clarifies. What if chaos itself harbours order? The paradox of stochastic resonance speaks to the heart of existence, where noise breaks through the symphony of silence. It arises in the strangest of places, where random fluctuations serve as catalysts for clarity. What does it mean when disarray becomes a guide to understanding? Consider the seed. In a world booming with cacophony, myriad hints emerge from the clamour, offering an unexpected instrument of insight. The beauty in noise reveals its transformative power. A vast ocean of information, where the trivial meets the sublime. Here, clarity does not materialize from untainted calm, but rather through the resonance of imperfection, where the grand narrative unfolds within disjointed beats. But here's the catch. As we seek structure within the maelstrom, can we truly distinguish the symphonies that lead us from the mere distractions? Much like a whisper hidden amongst shouts, revelation will often elude those who fail to listen with their whole being. What if embracing chaos reveals a deeper freedom, a chance to dance with the unpredictable and emerge transformed? The invitation reverberates. We are not prisoners of noise. We are potential architects of understanding. The insights gained from the dissonance around us can bridge the unheard gaps, illuminating paths obscured by oversaturation. Even in the messiness of sound and distraction, we can shape our desires, our realities anew. And yet, how comfortable are we with chaos? To play in the cacophony requires courage, drawing us to the edge of our knowing. What if we surrender to stochastic resonance, trusting the serendipity of disruption to sharpen our perceptions? Can we dance our way through uncertainty and emerge into the lucid light of comprehension? Sit with this. As the veil between noise and clarity blurs, what hidden truths linger in the shadows, waiting to awaken through the resonance of our presence? And the void beckons. Default mode network. The mind that wanders alone. What if the mind's greatest journey occurs not in focused thought, but in the liminal spaces of wandering? The default mode network, a web of neural connections, stirs us into reverie while simultaneously exposing the paradox of our existence. In moments of stillness, do we drift into clarity or chaos? This unsettling seed portrays a dance of paradox. Our minds are homes to ideas yet unrealized, operating in idle curiosity, painting hues of our unresolved selves. When we zone out, we build worlds in the fertile soil of imagination. But how much of that exploration holds weight in our waking lives? In the embrace of the default mode, we flip between dreams and decisions, yet also reveal the fragility of our conscious grasp. But here's the catch. The wanderer isn't lost. It's within this space that wisdom and creativity emerge. Perhaps our apparent distraction paves the path for understanding, guiding us to insights we wouldn't encounter through linear thinking. As we navigate through ourselves, the mind finds comfort in the gentle rhythm of drifting, an odyssey unfurling uncharted terrains. And still, the looming question remains. Do we honor this cerebral journey as we plunge into responsibilities that demand our full attention? Does productivity silence the inner traveler, leaving it hungry for connection? Here, paradox intertwines our fears, tethered tightly to the fleeting realities that shape our understanding of self. Sit with this. In a frantic world demanding absolutes, can we grant the default mode network the space to breathe? As we traverse the quiet edges of existence, where will the mind lead us? And the void lingers. Extended mind. You are where your attention is. You exist only where you focus. Your thoughts wander, straying from the now, and yet, who are you in those fleeting moments? This paradox is sharp. The self diffuses with distraction, and yet it hangs together through the force of attention. What does it mean to be present when the mind is a turbulent sea, riding the waves of memory, expectation, and desire? The concept of the extended mind challenges our perception of self. It whispers that cognition transcends the cranial confines, extending into tools and interactions, transforming the mind into a network, a web of moments captured in thought. Consider the philosopher Andy Clark's assertion that our tools amplify our minds, inviting us to ask, is your reality yours alone, or is it a shared tapestry woven with every connection? But here's the catch. As we drift from the present, we tether ourselves to abstractions. Our attention, that precious resource, can become overloaded, lost among fragments. What if our attention is the architect of our existence? What if where we choose to focus defines who we become? The meaning of self shudders under this weight. Psychologically, this reveals the intricate dance between awareness and distraction. The research in cognitive psychology shows that attention is a filter, squeezing through the noise, shaping perceptions. It can construct a reality as beautifully chaotic as a Jackson Pollock painting, or as precision-driven as a mathematical proof. Attention condenses experience, rendering the ephemeral tangible. But when it wanes, so does clarity. Our narrative dissolves into blurs of unknowing. So we are left with a haunting question. In this fractured moment of existence, who are you? When distracted, do you cease to be? Or is your echo, even in estrangement, a testament of presence? Perhaps you are in every flicker of attention you grant, unseen, yet felt. As the self extends, we dissolve boundaries. The line between mind and environment blurs. Think of the intricate feedback loop. Thoughts influence actions. Actions reshape thoughts. Are you merely responding to stimuli, or are you co-creating an experience? This oscillation between presence and absence fractures reality further, bending its form. You are a mosaic of moments, a cacophony of mental echoes, but always, always flowing toward understanding. Sit with this. Recognize that every distraction is a note in your life's symphony. And in this vast expanse of thought, remember, attention molds existence. You are not confined to the body, but rather, you are wherever you choose to dwell. And the void stares back. Subjective time. Why seconds can last forever? Time, that relentless river flowing toward infinity, wields a paradox. Some moments stretch, while others collapse. How can two experiences, seemingly built from the same seconds, feel so distinctly different? This conundrum echoes the fragility of perception, revealing a shadow lurking in our awareness. Imagine a child staring wide-eyed at a firework display. Each burst of color ignites eternity. Seconds feel like lifetimes. In contrast, a mundane meeting ticks by like a tortured clock. Each moment, an arrow aimed at the heart of patience. Why this divergence? The answer lies in how we process experience. Psychological studies demonstrate that intense emotions can expand our perception of time. This begs the question, is time not a fixed constant, but a fluid canvas painted by the strokes of memory and feeling? We are not mere witnesses. We are architects crafting our experience. And yet, in its very subjectivity, time reveals a melancholy truth. Each moment is an isolated bead, slipping through our fingers, lost to the infinite expanse. What if the past and future don't exist as we understand them? What if the only absolute is the fleeting now? As the mind weaves strands of time, every memory reshapes perception. Take, for instance, the phenomenon of déjà vu, when an instant feels curiously familiar, rendering seconds richer, layered. We blink, and suddenly a profound truth unravels. The past can be a prism, distorting time's linear nature into a tapestry of echoes. This reflects back on the fragility of existence. How can a second be perceived as an eternity or a blip? What remains is the notion that your reality hinges upon how you frame your experience. So sit with this. Every moment contains infinity. Each heartbeat can echo, recede, expand. Perhaps existence is not a march toward an endpoint, but a spiral dance, where time is felt in warmth or in cold isolation. You are, in some inexplicable way, coiled in the breath of time. As you glance back or forward, don't forget, this moment is yours to shape. And the void stares back. Extended mind. You are where your attention is. You exist only where you focus. Your thoughts wander, straying from the now, and yet, who are you in those fleeting moments? This paradox is sharp. The self diffuses with distraction, and yet, it hangs together through the force of attention. What does it mean to be present when the mind is a turbulent sea, riding the waves of memory, expectation, and desire? The concept of the extended mind challenges our perception of self. It whispers that cognition transcends the cranial confines, extending into tools and interactions, transforming the mind into a network, a web of moments captured in thought. Consider the philosopher Andy Clark's assertion that our tools amplify our minds, inviting us to ask, is your reality yours alone, Or is it a shared tapestry woven with every connection? But here's the catch. As we drift from the present, we tether ourselves to abstractions. Our attention, that precious resource, can become overloaded, lost among fragments. What if our attention is the architect of our existence? What if where we choose to focus defines who we become? The meaning of self shudders under this weight. Psychologically, this reveals the intricate dance between awareness and distraction. The research in cognitive psychology shows that attention is a filter, squeezing through the noise, shaping perceptions. It can construct a reality as beautifully chaotic as a Jackson Pollock painting, or as precision-driven as a mathematical proof. Awareness condenses experience, rendering the ephemeral tangible. But when it wanes, so does clarity. Our narrative dissolves into blurs of unknowing. So, we are left with a haunting question. In this fractured moment of existence, who are you? When distracted, do you cease to be? Or is your echo, even in estrangement, a testament of presence? Perhaps you are in every flicker of attention you grant, unseen, yet felt. As the self extends, we dissolve boundaries. The line between mind and environment blurs. Think of the intricate feedback loop. Thoughts influence actions, actions reshape thoughts. Are you merely responding to stimuli, or are you co-creating an experience? This oscillation between presence and absence fractures reality further, bending its form. You are a mosaic of moments, a cacophony of mental echoes, but always flowing toward understanding. Sit with this. Recognize that every distraction is a note in your life's symphony. And in this vast expanse of thought, remember, attention molds existence. You are not confined to the body, but rather you are wherever you choose to dwell, and the void stares back. Lucid dreaming, waking up inside illusion. What if your dreams hold more truth than reality? Are they mere reflections or vivid landscapes of existence graced by the touch of consciousness? Within the realm of lucid dreaming lies an exquisite paradox, the dreamer as both creator and observer, entwined in the dance of unreality. While you glide through the ether of sleep, a whisper of awareness can ignite profound realization. Each dream, vibrant and chaotic, can transform, once a tale forsaken, now a stage where you rewrite the script, you craft the scenes, shaping the narratives. Consider this. Psychology underscores that the lucid dream state offers an unparalleled playground for self-exploration, a living canvas, the brush in your hand. But here lies an unsettling truth. The illusion can be deceptive. In the hypnotic embrace of a lucid dream, do you wander deeper into freedom, or are you ensnared by the comfort of illusion? What weights do you bear as a conscious architect of your dreams, teetering between liberation and entrapment? The neuroscience of dreaming uncovers layers. Your brain waves shift into theta frequencies, akin to twilight between wakefulness and sleep. In this state, conscious thought intertwines with imagination, each moment an intersection of the known and the unknown. What if every time you awaken from sleep, you've merely reshaped your reality through the lens of illusion? Floating within this conundrum, you are both master and puppet. And yet, the boundaries blur. Understanding the depths of your subconscious unveils previously uncharted territories. Are your dreams reflections of suppressed thoughts, a past replayed, or a premonition of what is to come? Millennia ago, Aristotle wondered about the nature of dreams. His musing hints still resonate today. Are these illusions, or the untamed realms of our psyche? So here it lies. This tension of existence strikes a haunting chord. Can you fully grasp your consciousness when it oscillates through states of being and unbeing? In the lucid embrace, where do you draw the line between yourself and illusion? In this nighttime odyssey, we come to a mesmerizing realization. Liberation exists just beyond perception. When you awaken to the paradox of your dreams, Remember, you hold the power to transmute the ephemeral into art, the illusory into insight, and the void stares back. Cosmic microwave background. The whisper of creation. In the silence of the cosmos, the universe leaves echoes, an aftermath. The cosmic microwave background, a faint hum, drifts through the fabric of existence, a memory of what once was. It is the lingering warmth of creation, a ghostly whisper that holds the secrets of the universe. But what if this whisper is the only truth we can grasp, amidst a sea of vast, unexplained mysteries? Imagine the beginning, a singular moment of chaos, when time and space exploded into being. This event, known as the Big Bang, birthed not just matter, but the very rules that govern everything. The cosmic microwave background is the afterglow, a radiant remnant of that explosive birth. The universe's way of reminding us of our origins. It is as if the cosmos speaks in ancient tongues, inviting us into a dance of curiosity. But here's the catch. Each observation brings uncertainty. We are but fleeting spectators on a stage illuminated by the glimmer of this ancient light. Spatial particles float within a vast cosmic sea, stirring questions. Is our existence merely a fleeting moment in an endless cycle of creation and decay? As we peer into the depths of this microwave light, we confront our fragility and permanence. In 1965, Arno Penzias and Robert Wilson stumbled upon this omnipresent radiation, unveiling a truth that reshaped our understanding of existence. Their discovery meant we weren't just adrift in a cosmos devoid of meaning, but participants in an unfolding narrative. Could it be that the universe, in its quiet resonance, is attempting to communicate? A less grand mystery unfolds. And yet, the paradox remains. Amidst all this knowledge, how little we truly know. Each answer births new questions, just as the cosmic background tells a story of begin and end. We are caught in the throes of understanding, a cycle where knowledge expands, only to reveal the chasms of the unknown. So, sit with this realization. As you feel the weight of existence, hear the whisper of the cosmic microwave background, an intimate invitation from the universe that fades into silence, echoing our search for meaning. And the void stares back. Hawking radiation, the disappearing edge of reality. In the heart of black holes lies a truth wrapped in paradox. Hawking radiation, a spectral glimpse of escape from that which consumes all. It suggests that not even the darkest void can keep its secrets guarded forever. But wait, if the black hole can leak information, what does that say about the nature of reality itself? What if nothing is truly lost? Imagine standing before the abyss. The depths promise annihilation, yet one tiny flicker, a quantum event, can escape this fate. This radiation, named after Stephen Hawking, tells of particles that emerge from nothingness, slipping past the event horizon, an act of rebellion against the very fabric of space-time. It whispers of a shimmering boundary where creation and destruction converge, flaunting the limits of our understanding. But herein lies the discomfort. As knowledge progresses, reality crumbles. Black holes don't just devour, they might emit, bringing into question the foundations of conservation and causality. What does it mean when the very fabric of existence reshapes itself? Can we trust impermanence when the impermanent winks back at us, blurring lines between matter and antimatter, existence and non-existence? Perhaps it's a reminder. Much like a candle that diminishes, every moment teeters on the edge of cessation, our lives becoming faint echoes in the cosmic drama. The insight from Hawking turns the shimmering edge of reality into a kaleidoscope of possibilities, a paradox that dances on the cusp of enlightenment. So, what if everything we know is a mere trick, a narrative woven from the threads of black holes and their ephemeral outbursts? In this dance of creation and destruction, We, too, live on the edge, teetering within the universe's grand plan, and the void stares back. Casimir effect. The vacuum that pushes back. What if emptiness is an illusion, and the void is not a mere absence, but a vibrant terrain of unseen forces? The Casimir effect reveals a world where the empty spaces between particles are anything but vacant. They shimmer with potential, a playground of quantum fluctuations that push against the walls of reality. Imagine an empty chamber, two mirrors facing each other. As they draw closer, something strange happens. They receive an invisible push from the fabric of nothingness, a repelling force born from the quantum dance of virtual particles. This unexpected push calls into question the nature of the void. Is emptiness a facade? Does the fabric of space teem with a pulse beneath its quiet surface, laughing at our attempts to define it? Here lies the seed of discomfort. Our understanding collapses when faced with the idea that nothing might be something after all. The Casimir effect challenges our perceptions, revealing the paradox of existence, that the absence of matter can generate palpable results. Could it be that the void, which we habitually regard as mere emptiness, is an arena of limitless potential? And yet, does this mean we are powerless within this cosmic game, puppets of unseen forces? Or could it mean we are creators, shaped by the very matter we dismiss as nothing? The tension rises. A question spirals through the mind, resting lightly before it falls into uncertainty. So linger here, in the edge of this revelation. In every movement of the unfamiliar, in every push of the void, contemplate the limits of your understanding. The spaces between and the unseen forces might just redefine the essence of what it means to exist. And the void stares back. Space-time geometry. The fabric that bends to thought. What if the universe is not a static entity, but a living tapestry shaped by our perceptions? Space-time geometry suggests a pliable reality where the very essence of existence bends to the contours of thought. Could it be possible that our minds hold the key to navigating this multidimensional expanse? Imagine the cosmos folding in response to intention, like a responsive canvas that transforms under the brush of awareness. Here, within general relativity, gravity is not merely a force, but a curvature of this cosmic fabric, shaped by mass and energy. But wait, if consciousness can create ripples in this tapestry, how much power lies within our understanding and perceptions? Enter the realm of paradox. Could thoughts intermingle with the cosmic weave, shaping destinies and altering realities? As we delve into this conceptual landscape, we confront dissonance, an existential conflict that questions the foundations of our place in the universe. Every thought might resonate through the cosmos, yet, does it truly influence how space-time unfolds? Or are we merely observers, caught in the ebb and flow of a cosmic tide? The geometry of space-time beckons us to explore more than just physical laws. It nudges at the edges of existence itself. With each inquiry, a new layer of complexity unfolds, the inevitability of questions leading to deeper mysteries. So take a moment to wander through this fabric. In every thought that dances within the realm of possibility, is there a path that shapes the universe? Perhaps in bending space-time to the whispers of our intent, we unearth the very essence of what it means to live, and the void stares back.